Hi, is your home ready to be a rental property? My name is Sasha Lightfoot from Landlord Help Hub, and let's talk about what you need to do to prepare your home to rent it out. First, we'll talk about some things you should do, and if you stick around to the end, I'll tell you a couple of things you should probably not do. Number one, have your house clean. It seems like a no-brainer, but really, get the oven cleaned out, clean those ceiling fans, dust those highlights, make sure that the home is in the condition that you want it to be when it's returned to you. You could do this yourself, or you could hire a professional. Some people choose to hire professionals so that when the tenants move in, if it's not to the tenant standard or it's not to the standards that are dictated in the lease, the professional will oftentimes come back and re-clean the property for you. Another thing that you should do in order to prepare your property to be a rental is do any repairs. Make sure that everything's in working order. There's no filter lights that are out. The dishwasher is working. There's no problems with the HVAC. An example of this might be, I have a shower, the handle's a little loose. I know how to make it work, but I certainly wouldn't leave that for a tenant to figure out because they're going to call me after move-in and tell me that the shower handle doesn't work. So to prepare my house to be a rental, I go ahead and take care of that before I rent it out. You might also want to pay attention to your landscaping. Any kind of intricate landscaping that you have will just require delicate care. Do you want your property to have landscaping that requires delicate care? You can, of course, outline in your lease who's going to do the mowing or the fertilizing and things like that. But perhaps before you hand it over to a tenant, you make sure that you're handing it over in the fashion that you would want it to be maintained and returned back to you. And last but not least, it's good to declutter your home. So maybe you could thin out some of your items, whether that be putting them in storage or moving them to a basement or a different room. But you want a tenant or a prospective tenant to be able to picture themselves in your property as they walk through it or as they view pictures in your lease advertisement. Now, there's a couple of things you don't want to do. So don't start any major improvements right when you're going to lease your house, because you don't want flooring to be being installed or drywall dust everywhere. You want your house to appear that it is ready to be moved into. There are no issues that are outstanding. It is going to be turnkey ready when the tenant is ready. Also, don't do anything to turn tenants off. So I would steer clear of any sort of strong aromas, maybe it's candles or air fresheners or fragrance, or any maybe shocking wall art. Maybe leave that to your personal preference, but don't introduce that when you're trying to reach a broad array of potential tenants. So what do you do to prepare your home to be a rental property? Let us know below. Also, be sure to check out the description for many articles and our website that we have listed, and subscribe to this channel so that you can be a part of our Landlord Help Hub community. Happy landlording.